Well, we're back here on the Sideline Crowd. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Skylar Timmons, calling the balls and strikes for you as we enter the series finale here on this Sunday afternoon as the Rockies taking on the Phillies. In Game 3 of this exciting series so far, Rockies lost on Friday in a 14-12 marathon in 10 innings, where they overcame a 7-0 deficit, but then they won yesterday's game 5-4. German Marquez getting the start today on this Sunday. 11th start of the year. He's 3-4, 3.16 ERA. 70 strikeouts, 16 walks, 113 whip, 55 hits, 62 2/3 innings for the Rockies ace. So he'll face a Phillies lineup that doesn't look much different at all over the weekend. Gene Segura, the shortstop, will lead things off. And here's the first pitch, and we're underway as that misses inside for ball one. Rockies with the win yesterday are now 19-31, still bottom of the division after about 2 months of play. The 1-0 to Segura here. This one's hit out to center lazily. Story ranges back, makes the catch, and there's one away now. Take a look here at the Phillies starting lineup. Pretty simple. As usual, Gene Segura leads off, playing short, and then Andrew McCutchen, followed by Bryce Harper. First baseman Rhys Hoskins bats cleanup. Then the catcher JT Realmuto, Didi Gregorius, Jay Bruce in center field, Scott Kingery at second, and Jake Arrieta on the bump today. I'll bring up Andrew McCutchen, player of the game on Friday. Third in the National League in RBIs with 40. Here's the 1-0 to McCutchen. That one's bounced foul. His last 6 games, he's scored 6 runs. When we get a chance here, we'll give you a little bit of highlight of yesterday's game. This one's grounded sharply to second. McMahon's got it. And that'll dismiss Andrew McCutchen. Textbook play there for Ryan McMahon. Hard hit grounder, but hit it directly at him. Now bringing up Bryce Harper, the right fielder. 272 average, 12 home runs, 34 RBIs. And already this inning is going better for German Marquez than it did for Ryan Castellani on Friday. Harper's stands in and gets some overrated chance from the stands. That pitch misses inside, 1-0. 34 RBIs for Harper, second on the Phillies. This is a good hitting Phillies lineup. We saw that on Friday. They put up 7 runs in the first inning. That misses high, 2-0. What an exciting game that was. 2-0, misses inside. 3-0. So after dispatching the first 2 batters fairly quickly, German Marquez finds himself in a 3-0 count behind Bryce Harper. And he misses outside, ball 4. So 2-out walk here to Harper. I'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins, 12 homers on the year. Good day, good night the other day. Here's the first pitch, misses down. Here's the 1-0. Curveball's in there for a called strike. Marquez, by far the best pitcher the Rockies have right now. Lowest average among the starters. And that misses up and in, 2-1. He's pitching today to Elias Diaz, who's called back up from AAA Albuquerque. Dom Nunez sent back down. 2-1. This one's crushed to deep left field, and this one's gone. 2-0 Phillies. Rhys Hoskins absolutely obliterates that one. 100 miles per hour off the bat, on the dot. 405 feet into left field. And the Phillies are on the board first here in the early goings. This is down in the middle of the zone. Hoskins just jumps all over it. That'll bring up JT Realmuto. Struggling in his last 9 games. See there, 172 average. 251 average overall on the year. That's going to be Marquez's biggest challenge, is limiting damage, closing out innings as usual. This one is crushed to deep center field. No doubt about this one. And that one's gone. First pitch swinging by JT Realmuto. He hits his 10th homer of the year. 474 feet off of that one. And the Phillies are now up 3-0 here in the first. All of this with 2 outs. So Marquez making mistakes, leaving the ball over the heart of the plate. Realmuto sitting on that off-speed pitch and just demolishes it. That got out of here in a hurry. Nobody even moved. They knew it was gone. So that'll bring up Didi Gregorius now with 2 outs. A lot of success against right-handers. 366 average. 5 homers, 26 RBIs. We're having hints of Friday night's game. So Castellani wasn't able to record it out. And here the Phillies are rallying with 2 outs against Marquez. The walk to Harper. And then the 2-run shot by Hoskins. And then the solo homer to JT Realmuto. Here's the 0-1 to Gregorius. Misses down, 1-1. So crazy, crazy stuff. Not the start that you want. This one's popped up to Arenado, who makes the catch, playing in the shift. And that will retire the side finally. But the Phillies using the long ball. They've got a 3-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the first. First look at Arrieta for the Rockies. Well, Jake Arrieta making his 11th start of the year. It's 2-4 with a 5.08 ERA, 41 strikeouts to 19 walks for 129 WHIP, 56 2/3 innings. He's given up 54 hits, so making his 11th start. Looking to get that 3rd win of the year, wins the series for the Rockies. Sam Hilliard in there again. The left fielder in 295 on the year. Had the day off on Friday in that marathon. Phillies still a game over 500 and 26-25. Hilliard played in yesterday's game. Big swing and a miss there. It's quickly 0-2. Swinging at the sinker. That misses down and in. 1-2. The 1-2. That misses outside. 2-2. 2-2 is bounced foul. Hilliard has kind of been batting around in the lineup a bit. Various spots. The 2-2. This one's lined foul. Right now they've got him settled in on the top spot. Top of the lineup. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the sinker outside. And Hilliard sat down for out number 1. This problem Hilliard's been having is laying off the pitch, low and away. Arrieta just pumps it right by him, and that'll bring up David Dahl. Dahl, the center fielder. Had a really good day on Friday. Scored 4 runs in that game. Here's the 1-0. And this one's lifted high to center field. Bruce giving chase, but he'll stop just shy of the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. Gave it a ride, but not enough. We look here at the Rockies starting lineup. Sam Hilliard leads off, then David Dahl. Him is Nolan Arenado. Charlie Blackmon batting cleanup. Daniel Murphy then at 5th. Trevor Story batting 6th today. Ryan McMahon back in there at 2nd. Batting 7th, and Elias Diaz behind the plate today. Just got called up from AAA Albuquerque. Sent Dom Nunez back down. First pitch swinging by Arenado. Rips this down the line, but it hooks foul. That'll be out number 1. Arenado first on the Rockies, 36 RBIs. 289 average. That's really dropped for him as of late. Here's the 0-1. Misses down in the dirt, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Slow liner into center field. That's down for a base hit. Rockies get a 2-out single from Arenado. And they've got their first man aboard here in the first. Maybe they can rally around here. Wasn't hit hard, but he squares it up. Just a nice little sinking line drive into center. Moment with the right fielder, Charlie Blackmon. 2nd in the National League in batting average with that .372 average. Takes called strike in the knees on the changeup. Here's the 0-1 to Blackmon. That just misses low, 1-1. Blackmon in his last 3 games, 5 runs scored. Had a good day on Friday. In a second, I'll get back to talking about yesterday's game. How that played out in the box score. That misses high, 2-1. Arenado waits at first. Here's the 2-1 to Charlie Blackmon. Tapper to the mound. Arrieta can't get it. It bounces off Kingery's glove, and Blackmon's safe. Blackmon, that'll go as a base hit. Wasn't hit hard, just chops it into the ground, but far enough into no man's land that Arrieta can't grab it, and Kingery misplays the hops, and so that puts on men on first and second for Daniel Murphy with 2 outs. Murphy hitting .302 here at Coors. 4 homers, 18 RBIs. Makes a lot better contact here at home. First pitch swinging out the sinker outside and fouls it away. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Murphy. This one's hit to the shortstop, Gene Segura, who dives, picks it up, and throws it to second. And that will retire the side. So, after the end of the first, Phillies lead this 3-0. We head to the top of the second. As Jay Bruce will lead things off. Bruce hitting .233 on the year, 5 homers, 14 RBIs. Hit a monster grand slam in Friday's game against the Rockies, against Ryan Castellani. That was the final nail in his coffin. Called strike at the knees. The 0-1. That one's lined into left field foul. It's 0-2. Take a pause here real quick. Just making sure that we're not experiencing any difficulties on our broadcast end. You know these things always happen. So I just want to sync that back up. Check everything. And we'll get back into the action here right now. Alrighty. 0-2 on Bruce. Marquez winds and deals. Bounces that one foul. 0-2, and this one's lifted deep to right field. That one's gone. Third deck shot for Jay Bruce. Third home run of the game from Marquez. 456 on that one. And the Rockies trail 4-0. That was just a moonshot. Just an absolute monster shot from G. Bruce. And the woes continue for the Rockies in a way. As Kingery is ahead 1-0 now. This is outside 2-0. Last 9 games, Kingery's got a pair of homers, 4 RBIs. Let's talk a little bit about yesterday's game that we didn't broadcast. This one's lifted to left field. Hilliard's there. He'll make the catch. And there's a one-away here in the second. Take a look here at the Rockies defensively. And as usual, Hilliard in left, Dahl in center, Blackman in right. Arnaudo at third, Story short, McMahon at second, Murphy at first, and Elias Diaz behind the plate today. Rockies 8th in the National League in fielding percentage now at .987. They've been playing a lot cleaner baseball on the field. Called strike of the letters on Arrieta. Arrieta, a better hitting pitcher. He's got some home runs in his career. Mostly with the Cubs, he was a force to be reckoned with. Here's the 0-1. Swings, and that one goes foul. 0-2. The 0-2 just misses inside, 1-2. So like I mentioned yesterday, the Rockies won yesterday, beating Philadelphia 5-4. Big swing and miss there by Arrieta, and he strikes out on the slider. 2 away. Now I'll turn the lineup back to the top. Turn the lineup over to Gene Segura, shortstop. Fly out his first time up. Or popped out in the first. So Rockies pretty much held hitless, or held scoreless, until the 8th inning when they put up a 5 spot. Put up a 5 spot on Aaron Nola and Adam Morgan. 1-0, that misses up and in. And Sir Anthony Dominguez. Here's the 2-0 to Segura. And this one's hit well into right field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Long run for Blackman, who scoops it up. He'll throw it back in. And Segura's in there with a 2-out double. Blackman with a bad jump there out in right field. 10th double of the year for Segura. And there's a man in scoring position with 2 outs for Andrew McCutchen. Nice hit there by Gene Segura. And so McCutchen grounded out in the first, but he's got 5 RBIs in the series, and he lifts this one into the gap in right center field. That'll score Segura. One hops the wall. Dahl gets to it. McCutchen rounds second, but he'll go back into first, or go back to the bag. And now it's 5-0 Phillies. Steve Foster coming out to chat with his pitcher. First pitch swinging by Andrew McCutchen, and just lines one into the gap. And that's going to do it. Bud Black's going to go to his bullpen. He doesn't want to see any more. Not sure what happened to Marquez there, but is really struggling. Can't really command something. Maybe just not confident, but Bud Black limit his damage. He's going to go get Carlos Estevez. Get the final out here. Estevez with his 17th appearance, 2-1 record, 4.05 ERA, 13 strikeouts, 3 walks. He'll face the left-hander Bryce Harper. Harper hitting 276 against, or lefties hitting 276 against Estevez. Harper walked back in the first, and he takes strike one there. This is the second start that we've seen in this series where the starter has been pulled very early. Big swing and a miss there on the inside pitch. It's 0-2. Yency Almonte warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Marquez only goes an inning and 2/3 and gives up 5 runs. Here's the 0-2. Misses low, 1-2. And it just didn't seem like he was really fooling these Phillies hitters at all. So he had given up 3 home runs. And then back-to-back doubles there. The 1-2. Misses down, 2-2. So again, the Rockies are going to have to dig themselves out of a hole that they keep putting themselves into. 2-2 to Harper. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. I didn't get around. So yesterday's game, they won 5-4. Rockies scored all 5 of their runs in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies had scored 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. And then that's where the score sat, 3-0 until the bottom of the 8th. And then with Wade Davis in, the Phillies got a run across to make it 5-4 for ultimately winning. Senzatella. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner with the changeup. So Estevez comes in, gets out number 3, way to the bottom of the 2nd. 5, 6, and 7, or 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Rockies. They're down 5-0. Trevor Story will lead things off. Well, in May, not hitting as well as he was in April. In April, he had a .255 average, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Here in May, he's hitting .194. 4 homers, 12 RBIs. .220 average overall for the season. First pitch swing and fouls on one. This is very unlike Trevor Story. 58 strikeouts on the year for him. Antonio Senzatella in his appearance back in the lineup since getting called up in his first start. 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, struck out 6, only walked 1. Then Brian Shaw, Jake McGee, and Howard Diaz all through scoreless innings. And then Wade Davis gives up a run on 2 hits. Diaz getting the win. That one's hit foul. So not a bad outing by the Rockies pitching yesterday. Going up against Aaron Nola, who went 7 1/3, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, struck out 11 though. As Story strikes out there, got him to chase. And he's kept him off balance there, low and outside. Coming in Ryan McMahon. .229 average, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. First pitch swinging, and he misses 0-1. McMahon in yesterday's game was held hitless, went 0 for 3. The 0-1 to McMahon. Misses high and away with the sinker, 1-1. David Dahl 0 for 3. Hilliard 1 for 3. Arenado held hitless. Blackman held hitless. Murphy held hitless. Story 1 for 4. This one is crushed deep to center field. Get out of here, ball. Home run. Chalk that one up for the good guys. Ryan McMahon with a solo shot to center field. And it's 5-1. Rockies on the board. 462 feet on that one. 105 off the bat. He just crushed that one. Hung the pitch, and McMahon just jumps right on it. Sends that one into the fountains. Sends it into the bullpens. Second deck even. So I'll bring him Elias Diaz, who was hitting .233 on the year. And he takes strike 1. He was hitting well down in Albuquerque. Had an average up over 300, couple of homers. Working on some things offensively. Rockies called him back up today. 1 misses outside, 1-1. I really just wanted to help offset the fact that you had two left-handed hitting catchers. And this one's ripped into left field, but right at McCutchen, who makes the catch for out number 2. Solid contact there from Diaz, but fortunately it's hit right at McCutchen. That'll bring up Carlos Estevez. We'll bat now. First pitch to Estevez. Misses down, ball 1. Well, we've seen Estevez bat once or twice now. Hitless, and this one's ripped to third. Gregorius has got it. He'll throw into first. And that'll retire the side. But the Rockies get on the board thanks to this long ball from Ryan McMahon. We head to the top of the third. Rockies still trail this thing 5-1. We're back here at Coors Field in Game 3 of this weekend series against the Philadelphia Phillies. The series is tied at 1. Phillies won Friday, 14-12. Then Rockies won yesterday's game 5-4. Phillies currently lead this one 5-1. Rhys Hoskins, 2-run homers last time up in the first. Will lead things off against Carlos Estevez. Relieved Herman Marquez after an inning and 2/3. And first pitch misses outside, ball 1. Hoskins strikes out quite a bit, 63 strikeouts in the National League. That's 6th. This one's lined foul, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Hoskins. Misses down, 2-1. 2-1, misses inside, 3-1. The 3-1, big swing and a miss there. Misses the fastball, runs the count full. And misses inside, ball 4. So Estevez walks the leadoff man.
Now batting, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
I'm going to give JT Realmuto. Estevez not happy with that. I'm going to give JT Realmuto solo homers last time up. And runner takes off for second. The throw down from Diaz. And the tag is applied and he's out. Hoskins cut down trying to swipe second. Good tag there by Ryan McMahon. Good throw by Diaz. We haven't seen a runner thrown out in a while. And Diaz cuts down the runner, so there's one away now. 0-1 the count on Realmuto. The 0-1. This one's hit high and deep to left center field. Long run, and that's going to bounce off the base of the wall. Realmuto rounds second. He'll head in third. The throw goes all the way home, and that'll be a one-out triple for JT Realmuto. His 4th triple of the year. And how lucky was that? Caught stealing. Otherwise, it'd be 6-1. Instead, it's 1 out with JT Realmuto at third and Didi Gregorius up to the plate. And a called strike there.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1. Pop out in the first for Gregorius. Ended the first inning. Here's the 0-1. That misses inside. One and one the count. The 1-1. And this one's lifted deep to center field. Back goes Dahl to the warning track. Dives and it bounces over the wall for an RBI double. Romuto trots home. Gregorius into second base. 6-1 Phillies. And I'll bring up Jay Bruce, dangerous hitter, had a home run back last inning. And here's the first pitch to Bruce, called strike the letters. It's 0-1. These Phillies hitters are just jumping all over the Rockies today. Everything that they're hitting is being hit hard for extra bases. The 0-1 to Bruce, inside, 1-1. And there's not much you can do to combat that. This one's hit foul. Here's the 1-2. Down and in. The 2-2 misses high. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. The 3-2, swing and a miss. Got him to chase the fastball up. And now there's two away here in the third. Steva's just pumping the cheddar cheese right by him. I'm ready with Scott Kingery. Fly out back in the second. That misses outside, 1-1. The 1-1. This is Iron outside. Just the 2-1 to Kingery, misses out. Inside, 3-1. Bottom of the inning, we'll do a little bit of the Rockies this day in history. Here's the 3-1, called strike down the middle, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch to Kingery. Line to third. Arenado backhands it, throws on to first. And that will retire the side. Didi Gregorius, though, the ground rule double to center makes it 6-1 Phillies. And Sam Hilliard will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Here's the first pitch to Hilliard. And he hits that one foul. 0-1. So for this day in Rockies history, we're not going to have to go far back. This is last year on this day. Here's the 0-1. This is bounced to first. Hoskin will take it to the bag. And Hilliard's quickly retired. Rockies win a back-and-forth affair, or win against the Orioles, 8-6. What's significant about this game was that, well, both Arenado if I can look at this real quick. Here's the 1-0 to Hilliard, or to Dahl, and this one is crushed to center field. Get out of here, ball. Home run. And we'll chop that one up for the good guys. Dahl's 4th homer of the year, and no doubter to center field. And it's now 6-2 Philadelphia. 448 feet off of that one for David Dahl. Just demolished that one, left over the heart of the plate. And the Rockies now will have Nolan Arenado come up. Arenado singled back in the first. Takes strike one. But in that game against the Phillies, or against the Baltimore Orioles, I keep getting messed up here. So last year, on May 24th, both Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story both had 2 homer games. So Trevor Story hit 2 home runs. Arenado hit 2 home runs. Story's was a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th to put him up 8-6. But that was to open up the series against the Orioles. And this one's hit high and deep to left center field. Long run for Bruce, who tracks it down. Long run for him, but he makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Arenado just missed the home run. If he pulls that thing, it's gone, but he hits it out to the deepest part of the ballpark. And I'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. Base hit his last time up. A little infield base hit. Here's the first pitch to Blackmon. Here's the 1-0 to Blackmon now. And he rips that one foul. The 1-1 to Blackmon, misses down. 2-1. So last year, there's plenty of offense you see in that. And this one's lined right at Kingery, who makes the grab. Now retire the side. But David Dahl with a solo shot. Gets the Rockies back a run. It's 6-2 Phillies. We head to the top of the 4th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies.
Jairo Diaz gets the call now from the bullpen, making his 31st appearance. He's 2-0, winner of yesterday's game. 5.51 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 6 walks. In 32 2/3 innings of work, he'll face Jake Arrieta, struck out back in the 2nd. As we get underway here in the 4th inning. First pitch in there for a called strike on the Phillies pitcher. The 0-2. This is grounded sharply over to Story, who grabs it on the one hop, throws on to first, and Arrieta's retired to start off this 4th year. I'll bring up Gene Segura, doubled and came around to score his last time up. First pitch to Segura, drops the hammer on him, and it's 0-1 with the slider. The 0-1 called on the outside corner. It's 0-2 now. And swing and a miss, strike three. Pumped the fastball right by him. Sadly, entering this game, the Rockies have the highest team ERA at 5.40. The next closest is the Pirates at 4.90. Phillies are in that conversation at 4.18. But that kind of demonstrates the Rockies' struggles. Only 19 wins on the year so far. Misses up and in. There's the 1-0 to McCutchen. Well, I was trying to look up teammates that have hit multiple home runs in the same game, at least teammates. This one's hit high to right field. Blackman's there, makes the catch. And there's two away. So back in 2011, well, I retired the side, I guess. I miscounted the out. So 6-2, we are in the bottom of the fourth. Daniel Murphy will lead things off. But the players that have won, that have hit. So in 2011, the Rockies-Cubs games, on June 27th, three different players hit two homers. Cargo, Carlos Pena, and Aramis Ramirez all hit two home runs. This is the first time it's happened since 2006, when the Padres and the Atlanta Braves did it. It's happened, looks like 13 times. This is bounces off Arrieta, but nobody's covering, so Murphy will get the base hit. Ricocheted off Arrieta's leg, but it's kind of in no man's land as Hoskins had to come grab it. Nobody covering, so leadoff man aboard here in the fourth. Arrieta kind of walking it off a bit. And here's the catches the first pitch on Story. 0-1. Story struck out back in the second. Interesting stuff. It's always exciting when multiple home runs happen. The 0-1 to Story, and this one's lifted down the line. Had home run distance, but he'll drift foul. Here comes the 0-2 to Trevor Story. Check swing, he holds up. It's 1-2. One, 2 to Story. Bounces that one foul. 1-2 again. The 1-2 to Story. Misses down and away. 2-2. Well, next inning, we'll cover some of the headlines. Not very many. Story gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Talk about that, and then just pretty much whatever else we can find. Fill in time during this game. 2-2 the count on Trevor Story. Arrieta kicks and deals, and that misses outside. 3-2. So he runs the count full. Ryan McMahon waits on deck. Home run his last time up. Here's the 3-2 to Story. Bounces away. Here's the 3-2. Big swing and miss. Got him with the changeup. And Story sat down via the strikeout once again. Third strikeout for Jake Arrieta. Pulled the string on him.
second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
There's the first pitch to McMahon. Swing and a miss through the changeup. Here's the 0-1 to McMahon. This is outside 1-1. Last 10 games, McMahon has 8 RBIs. I was looking at a thing here. All time, the Rockies are 92 and 115 against the Phillies. This one's ripped back up the middle, past Segura into center field. 1 out single for Ryan McMahon. And now there's 2 men on with 1 out. Elias Diaz will come into bat now. Lined out to left his first time up. Now he bats with a man in scoring position and 1 out. First pitch to Diaz. Catches the outside corner with the sinker, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Diaz, misses outside. Here's the 1-1. Misses inside. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Diaz. That misses outside. And here's the 3-1 to Diaz. Rips that one foul. Now we'll run the count full. The 3-2 to Diaz. Outside, ball 4, so that'll load him up. Pitcher spot due up in Jairo Diaz. We'll see what Bud Black does here. Does he let Diaz pitch another inning and bat here? And it looks like he will have Diaz bat with the bases loaded. Looking to just make contact here. Here's the first pitch to Diaz. Misses outside, 1-0. Well, we haven't seen many of the Rockies hitters, Rockies pitchers hit very well. Check swing, but it's called strike anyway on the changeup. 1-1. But it would be interesting to see Jairo Diaz put a charge into something. Bounces that one foul. I'll run the count to 1-2. One and 2 the count now on Jairo Diaz. Grounder to short. Over to second, back on to first. Double played in the inning. Rockies load them, but they can't do anything more than that. We head to the top of the 5th. Rockies still trail 6-2 here on this Sunday afternoon at Coors Field. Bryce Harper will lead things off for the Phillies. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Yency Almonte and Jake McGee warming up the Rockies bullpen. That bullpen has been very spent after Friday's game and then a little bit yesterday's game and then obviously today. So Here's the first pitch to Harper, misses outside, 1-0. So we may see if the Rockies try to bolster that bullpen just a little bit to maybe get another fresh arm in there. This team they've had to resort to using a lot of their guys over this weekend in this series. Here's the 1-1 to Harper. Big swing and miss. The inside, 1-2 on the slider. That pitch misses outside, 2-2. We'll look a little bit here at the headlines. The biggest headline that I see, though, is that as Harper's swinging a miss at the two-seamer, and he sat down. Second strikeout for Diaz, and there's one away here. Just tied him up there. I'm going to pitch inside, and I'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. It's 1 for 2. Or 1 for 1. Or 2 for 2. That's what I was saying. There's 1 for 1 with a walk. So the first pitch to Hoskins misses low. But it looks like that this week the owners are preparing to make a new economic proposal to the players' union. They just try to figure out when they're going to start, if they're going to start, and all the logistics of that. This is outside, 2-0. And then sadly on a note, what kind of the rumblings are is that once any decisions for the MLB are finalized, that then it's going to come out that minor league baseball will be canceled for the season. And then that'll just have a ripple effect throughout everything else. So still a lot of stuff to see and just see how the dominoes fall. But 3-0 to Hoskins. Called strike there, 3-1. Other news, it looks like Governor Andrew Cuomo in New York has given all professional New York teams permission to start kind of practice facilities as long as they're following safety protocols. And then Governor Jared Polis of Colorado, who's a huge Rockies fan, saying that he could see Rockies baseball returning at Coors Field and is open to that as long as it's, again, kind of the safety measures and everything. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss at the fastball at the knees, and Hoskins is retired. There's 2 outs now here in the 5th. Diaz working with the strikeout. It's his 3rd strikeout. I'll bring up JT Realmuto. 2 for 2 with a home run and a triple, and an RBI in this one. Misses inside, 1-0. Other than that, I don't see many other headlines. It's kind of minor things, or rumblings and all that good stuff. But 1-0. Two and 1 on Realmuto now. The 2-1. This one's ripped foul. 2-2. To Realmuto, misses outside. 3-2. Gorius waits on deck. Well, it's not necessarily huge news, but today is Bartolo Colon's 47th birthday. He's turned himself into kind of a cult classic legend of Major League Baseball. He's been the butt of many jokes, but I think he's very endeared to a lot of people. This one is ripped high to left center field. That one is gone. Second homer of the day for JT Realmuto, his 11th of the year. 7-1 Phillies now, or 7-2 Phillies now, as he rips that one into left center field for a homer. Realmuto's on one. 3rd extra base hit today, and 3 at-bats. He's getting the best of the Rockies pitching today. If it's not one guy, it's another guy. And here's the first pitch to Gregorius. This one's bounced to second. McMahon's got it in the shift. Diaz is covering, and that will retire the side. JT Realmuto hits a a two-out homer. Ups their lead to 7-2. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Rockies still with a lot of work to do. (7-2) the score here in the bottom of the fifth. Rockies due up on this Sunday afternoon. Got a lot of work to do. As top of the order will bat with Sam Hilliard, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Jake Arrieta still in there for the Phillies. First pitch to Hilliard, and it's called on the corner, 0-1. But today, on Sunday, is Bartolo Colon's 47th birthday. This one's lined into the gap in center field. Hilliard, who can run well, rounds first. He'll glide around second, but stop there. And it's a leadoff double for Sam Hilliard. 7th double of the year. Just hit a nice line drive into the power gap. And Hilliard is able to lay out the double. And so there's a man at second now for David Dahl, who hit a home run his last time up. 4th of the year, hit it out to center field. Dinger there getting some rallying going. But Bartolo Colon, 47th birthday today. Might as well look up some fun facts about him. Here's the first pitch to Dahl. Swings in a slow roller to second. Kingery's got it. Off balance throw. He'll get him at first. Meantime, Hilliard moves up to third. One away here. I'll bring up Nolan Arenado. 1 for 2. I think the biggest thing is that the last time Bartolo Colon pitched was 2018 at the age of 45. Arenado rips this one right at the shortstop, Gene Segura. And there's quickly 2 away now. Well, hit it on the nails, but right at the shortstop. And so Charlie Blackmon looking for a 2-out hit here. Had a single back in the first. Hilliard waits 90 feet away. Colon became the 16th pitcher since 1900, age 45 or older. Gleyber Torres of the Yankees, who homered twice off of him, was 3 months old when Colon made his Major League debut in 1997. That's just mind-boggling. Also, Bartolo Colon has 247 wins. That's 50th all-time. And he also has the most wins by a Dominican pitcher.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And the most by a Latin American pitcher. It's the 1-2 to Blackmon. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the changeup. And that'll retire the side. Rockies have the leadoff double, but they strand Hilliard at third. We head to the top of the 6th. Still down by 5. As Jake McGee will take over on the mound for the Rockies, making his 26th appearance. He's 0-1, 4.21 ERA, 25 strikeouts to 8 walks. He'll face Jay Bruce, Scott Kingery, and then the pitcher spot. Bruce with a home run in this one, had a moonshot back in the second that hit in the third deck out there in right field. Called strike there. Bruce still on that hunt for 1,500 hits. He's at 1,449. He's getting there. One called strike of the inside corner. Colon down in. Said he didn't play organized baseball until he was 14. He used to ride his donkey to the baseball field, which it just cracks me up. This one's ripped right at McMahon, who's playing in the shift. And Bruce is retired for out number 1 to start the 6th.
The batter, number 4, second baseman.
But just imagine little Bartolo Colon at 14 years old, cruising up to the baseball field on a donkey named Pancho. Said he learned his work ethic from his pet donkey. Colon then later built the training complex for players in his hometown and memorialized Pancho with an illustration on a wall of the complex. Scott Kingery bats now. Pitch misses high, 1-0. Against Almonte and Brian Shaw, both warming up in the Rockies bullpen. It's fouled away. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1.
I got 2-1 the count.
Colon debuted in 1997. He was ranked as the number 14 prospect, mostly because of his blazing fastball. Here's the 2-1 to Kingery. Misses high. 3-1. But I think the thing that he's most well known for was the home run that Bartolo Colon hit in 2016 against James Shield. 3-1 is ripped down the line and left. That'll get down and hits off the wall. That'll be extra bases. Hilliard gets to and throws it in. And it's a 1-out double for Scott Kingery. His 8th double of the year. Extra bases just keep coming for the Phillies. Seems about just every hit they've had has been a double or a home run. So one away, Jake Arrieta, the batter now. Takes strike 1 at the letters. Strike on the ground out for Arrieta. So he gets the to swing ahead here. But it's always fun to look at that clip of Bartolo Colon hitting a home run. Line back up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Up with it is Dahl. He'll just throw it into McMahon. And RBI single for Jake Arrieta. It's 8-2 Philadelphia.
Now batting, the shortstop, Segura.
So Gene Segura now will bat 1 for 3. And just this rough game for the Rockies pitching. Called strike there. It's 0-1. Bartolo Colon became the oldest player to hit his first Major League home run. Grounded to third. Arenado throws it to second. McMahon over to first. Double play to end the inning. Phillies get a run across on the RBI single by Arrieta. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Rockies now trail by 6. 8-2 Phillies here at Coors Field. Daniel Murphy will lead things off for the Rockies. Singled back in the 4th. Robert Stock warming up in the Phillies bullpen. A lot of interesting facts about Bartolo Colon. So happy birthday to him. Rumor that he wanted to play this next season at the age of 47. Murphy grounds out to Kingery, and there's a one away here to start the 6th. Trevor Story will bat now. 2 strikeouts for the Rockies shortstop thus far. First pitch to Story is line foul. And once again, Arrieta's ahead 0-1. Rough afternoon for the Rockies. They're down 8-2 here in the bottom of the sixth. Germán Marquez started the game, only went an inning and 2/3. Gave up 5 runs. And then Carlos Estevez threw an inning. And then Jairo Diaz, the current pitcher for the Rockies, or Jairo Diaz, and then Jake McGee. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for Story. Third strikeout of the game for Story. He's having a rough day at the plate. Now I'm bringing up Ryan McMahon. It's a rough day for the Rockies offense. Jake Arrieta just continues to cruise through him. Ryan McMahon has figured him out, though. He's 2 for 2. Home run and a single in this one so far. But he's behind now 0-1. The 0-1 delivery to McMahon. Gets a piece of that one, hits it foul. 0-1. Or 0-2. I can't talk today. I'm losing count of everything. The 0-2 to McMahon. Bounces in the dirt. 1-2. Well, McMahon is kind of solidified himself as a average second baseman and hitter. Here's the 2-2 to McMahon. Rips that one foul. He has the potential of being a really good hitter. It's just a matter of making contact. We see it in this one. When he squares things up, that's really good. It's the matter of hitting the ball. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. So that's kind of been the hardest thing for the Rockies, is making contact and consistently doing it. This is bounced to second. Kingery's got it. Throwing to first into the dirt, but nice scoop there by Hoskins. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Jake Arrieta. We head to the 7th. Rockies still trailing 8-2. McCutchen, Harper, and Hoskins due up for the Phillies. It's Andrew McCutchen, the former MVP, will stand in. McCutchen 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI in this one. Here's the first pitch. Just misses outside, ball 1. McGee in his second inning of work. Like I was saying, the Rockies have really had to rely on their bullpen this weekend. And so you want to go with a couple of guys to really just bridge the gap, eat as many innings as you can. At least 2 innings apiece. 1-1 the count on McCutchen. But that, and just a way for Bud Black to try and preserve some arms with how many innings the bullpens had to eat after abysmal starts by Ryan Castellani and Germán Marquez. The 1-1 is popped out to right field. Black makes the catch, 1 away.
The right field, number 3. Right.
And you can only hope that somebody like John Gray tomorrow, somebody can just eat a ton of innings. You need a starter that can go 6 or 7 innings. Give your bullpen a rest. And that's what this simulated Bud Black's trying to figure out. Who do you put in? How long do you keep them in there? Bryce Harper, the batter now. And it's that's kind of the fun part of the mental game, the strategy of baseball. A lot of people don't understand that part. This is grounded to the second baseman area, but Story's there, scoops it up, playing in the shift, and he retires Bryce Harper. So Story at least getting it done defensively. And there's 2 away for Rhys Hoskins. 1 for 2 with a homer back in the first. Got the scoring started off for the Phillies. Here's the first pitch to Hoskins. This is high, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Hoskins. Swings through that one. It's 1-1. The 1-1 to Hoskins. And this is high again, 2-1. And then it just gets hard figuring out your roster of who do you put in, when do you bring somebody up and down. And they're struggling. This is hit out to deep center field. Back goes Dahl to the warning track, and he makes the catch. Over the shoulder catch, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Rockies down 8-2. 8-9-1 due up. Elias Diaz will lead things off. He had a walk back in the 4th. Here's the first pitch to Diaz. Misses outside and bounces. Ball 1. There you had it, 90 pitches. Misses inside, 2-0. Something like this where you have Jake Arrieta pitching into the 7th. Had Aaron Nola pitch into the 7th yesterday. Here's the 2-0 to Diaz. Outside, 3-0. Just a starter who can come in and give you longevity. Go 6-7 innings, and then turn it over to the rest of your bullpen. 3-0 to Diaz. Called strike there, 3-1. Because then you can kind of mix and match there. It's a lot easier to figure out relievers. Called strike at the knees. Might have been a bit low, but it runs the count full. Have a couple of relievers. Be able to have days off for guys that come in rarely. And kind of mix and match at the end. We see there's 6 innings, 2 runs on 7 hits, 5 strikeouts. He walked Diaz there, second walk of the day. Now bring it the pitcher spot. As Joe Girardi is going to go to his bullpen here. 6 strong innings from Jake Arrieta, but he'll leave here with a man on first here in the 7th. As we'll get a new pitcher here for the Phillies. They lead this one 8-2. And Robert Stock was going to come in, making his 25th appearance. He's 1-0. 2.16 ERA. 24 strikeouts, 12 walks. And 25 innings of work. Well, this is when we can kind of see the Rockies maybe start to get a chance. We'll get a pinch hitter here in Raimel Tapia. Pinch hit here with a man at first. Nobody out. Tapia hitting 267, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. And he watches first pitch high for ball 1. We see yesterday the Rockies held down until the bottom of the 8th. They scored 5 to take the lead and win the game. We've seen it time and time again where they can either tie things up. Friday night's game, we saw them rally, tie it up, and lose it in extra innings in the 10th. 1-1 to Tapia. Swings to that one, it's 1-2. But they kind of seem to be the late bloomers in games, which you hate to see, but if they have a knack for being able to accomplish that consistently, they'll take that any day of the week still. The 1-2 to Tapia. Fouls that one away. But you'd just like to see them get the train rolling a little earlier and have it go throughout the game instead of just an inning here or there. This one's lined into center field. That's down for a base hit. So base hit by the pinch hitter Tapia, and there's 2 men aboard here in the bottom of the 7th. Still nobody out. Not trying to do too much. Tapia just lines it into center field. Gets the job done. And that'll bring up Sam Hilliard. Double his last time up. Got stranded at third. Adam Morgan and Jose Alvarez, a couple of left-handers, warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Robert Stock still has to face 2 more batters here in the inning before he can get swapped out. First pitch to Hilliard. Curveball's in there for called strike one at the letters. Mike Trout with 2 homers today as Los Angeles wins 2-1 over Oakland. Swing and a miss through that one. It's 0-2 on the young left fielder. Sam Hilliard still trying to cut down on strikeouts. Here's the 0-2 to Hilliard. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball. And there's one away here in the 7th. Sets him down on 3 straight pitches. Hilliard just not able to pick up on any of the pitches. I'll ring of David Dahl. Dahl with a homer, solo homer in this one. One away, men on first and second. Watches that one outside for ball 1 with the curveball. A lot of work for him to do. Here's the 1-0 to Dahl. Taken all the way, it's strike 1. And with the changeup down Main Street. One the count now on David Dahl. Swing and a miss through that. Change up. It's now 1-2. Robert Stock mixing up speeds. There's the 1-2 to Dahl. Gets a piece of that one with the changeup again. Fooled him, but he just gets a piece of it fouled away. Really good at changing speeds. We see the fastball, and then he just kind of assaults with the changeup and the curveball. The 1-2 to Dahl. This one's grounded to third, over to second, back on to first for a double play to retire the side. So Rockies get 2 men aboard with nobody out. And that kills the rest of the rally on that double play. We head to the top of the 8th. Rockies trail 8-2. As Brian Shaw will make his 3rd appearance. In 2 innings of work, he's got a .450 ERA, 2 strikeouts, no walks. And his return here in this weekend series, returned back with the Rockies. Back in the 5th inning, JT Realmuto hit his 2nd homer of the game. He's got 2 homers and a triple in this one. And he leads off here in the 8th. So Shaw comes set. Here's the first pitch to Realmuto. This one's lifted high and deep to right field. Back goes Blackmon to the wall. It'll bang off the wall. Blackmon, though, cuts it down. And Realmuto rounds second. He'll be into third with his 2nd triple of the game. Just misses the home run. 5th triple of the year. And how often do you see that? All 4 appearances by JT Realmuto. All 4 of them have just had home run distance, roughly. And with a stand-up triple there. But he's had 2 triples, 2 home runs. Now he waits at third with nobody out here in the 8th. And Didi Gregorius up to the plate. Gregorius hard hit to short. Story's got it. Only play he'll have is to first. And the run scores 9-2 Phillies. RBI ground out for Didi Gregorius. I'm bringing up Jay Bruce. 1 out here in the 8th. I was saying, Jay Bruce, the solo homer in this one. Oh, seeing that. The Phillies hitters just squaring up everything for extra bases today. Everything's being hit hard off of the Rockies. Here's the first pitch to Bruce. Misses outside, 1-0. And it just makes you wonder, a lot of the struggles that they've been having, what's being the cause of it? Is it the players themselves? Is it something wrong with their philosophy of pitching? Analytics, mechanics, coaching? There's so many things that you question that to try and figure out the root of the problem. Because it's one thing to say it's a it's understandable for a guy or two to really, be struggling and have to make some adjustments to their mechanics. This one's bounced to second. McMahon gets it, throws on to first, two-way. So it's one thing to have, this guy, one or two guys that are really struggling. They need some readjustments. We're going to work with them. They'll figure it out. We just won't use them. But for the fact that almost the entire pitching staff, starting rotation, bullpen, save maybe James Pazos, but even him, he's been struggling. To have an entire pitching staff that's struggling, not only in this game, but really in life, in the real life, because we've seen this with the Rockies, of how do you have just such awful pitching that really struggles so much as a team? Because then you really have to make do some soul searching and reassess how things are going for your team. Brian Shaw, 1-1 delivery, misses outside, 2-1. Because there's no excuse when you have a team like the Phillies that come in and they just dominate you here at home. Especially with that bullpen. Here's the 2-1 to Kingery. And there for a call and strike, 2-2. Or times when we see the Rockies, visiting teams come in and they just dominate at Coors. But Rockies pitching struggles. That then makes you question the development process for the Rockies. What's happening? Because you can't use the Coors Field excuse anymore. Here's the payoff pitch to Kingery, and this one's lined into right field. Blackman's there to make the catch on the run, and that will retire the side. So the leadoff triple and the ground out makes it 9-2 Phillies. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Heart of the order due up for the Rockies. They're down 9-2. Nolan Arenado will lead things off. He's 1 for 3. Robert Stock still in there for the Phillies. Rocky is looking to rally for tacos here in this inning to tie things up. They scored 5 yesterday. We know they can hit. Here's the first pitch to Arenado. And a called strike there, 0-1. So a lot of questions that really fans have been asking themselves about the Rockies with development and the pitching staff and everything. Because a lot of it comes down to philosophy of an organization. You'd think that a lot of the professionals and the coaching and all these organizations would kind of be along the same lines, but every team has their different approach of how to develop players, how to approach things, which is very interesting and unique. The 1-2 to Arenado. Misses inside, 2-2. Because you'd think there'd kind of be a surefire way. No, this is how you hit, and this is how you pitch. No, develop around these ideas. This one's lined right past the third baseman, Gregorius, into left field. And a leadoff single for Arenado here to lead off the 8th. I'll bring up Charlie Blackman. A little change up down the middle of the zone. Arenado out on his front foot just smokes it past the third baseman. I'll bring up Charlie Blackman. Nobody out. Runner on first. Blackman 1 for 3 in this one. Watches ball 1. Something I've always loved growing up. Kind of the hitting basics. Just the very basic idea of see the ball, hit the ball. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that, but this one is ripped to right field. Get out of here, ball. Home run into the stairwell, and chalk that one up for the good guys. Charlie Blackman with a 2-run homer, his 11th of the year. It's now 9-4, Philadelphia. That's what you need late in the game. Charlie Blackman getting it done. Murphy's pumped up. He's left it a little bit up over the heart of the plate, and Blackman just demolishes it. Second deck into the stairwell. And Joe Girardi's going to come in with the double switch here. That'll end it for Robert Stock.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Jose Alvarez, the pitcher now.
Now pitching.
24th appearance. He's 0-3, 363 average. 19 strikeouts to 5 walks.
Now playing center field and batting ninth. Number 40, Adam Hazley.
Adam Hazley now in center field. Swing and a miss there by Murphy. 0-1. So Adam Hazley out in center field. Jay Bruce comes out of the game. And Jose Alvarez now the batter. 0-2. The count now on Daniel Murphy. Alvarez kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Tied him up on the fastball. And Murphy sat down, one away. Trevor Story up to the plate now. Murphy's had a rough game. Well, Story 0 for 3 with a hat trick of strikeouts. First pitch to Story, in there for a called strike on the inside corner. Story has struggled all year, 217 average in 2020. And that goes back to my thing of just the development of guys and continued development at the big league level. Called strike there, 1-2. Because one, I think it's hard to break habit. I know for some players. Try to adjust, but there's still habits that they have that maybe they don't need anymore. I think one of the textbook ones is Carlos Gonzalez, who just immediately after 2016 just dropped right off the map. Just downward spiral for him. It was a mainstay, one of the Rockies greats, and then 2017 just nosedived, as well as 2018. The 0-2 to Story. Bounces this one foul. 0-2 still. A lot of it's that leg kick. He just has a hard time catching up to fastballs and chasing pitches. The 0-2 to Story. Check swing. Popped up to first. Hoskin makes the catch. And there's 2 away now. So Rockies, after that 2-run homer, quickly whimpered to 2 outs. Number Ryan McMahon, who's 2 for 3. Homer, single, and an RBI in this one. Looking to get the 2-out rally going. Rockies down by 5. This one's hit high to right field, but Harper will be there to make the catch, and that will retire the side. Charlie Blackmon with the 2-run homer to right field. Gets the Rockies back within 5, but we head to the top of the 9th. Phillies still leading at 9-4. Rockies down to their final 3 outs. Get a double switch here as Bud Black will head to his bullpen.
Your attention, please.
Scott Oberg making his appearance. It's 0-4 on the year in his 18th appearance. 6.60 ERA.
Number 45, Scott Oberg. Now playing second and batting ninth. Number 12.
Chris Owings comes into play second base, so Ryan McMahon's out of the game. He'll lead off the bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Hazley. Misses high, ball 1. Well, Oberg has really struggled in the past week. Took the loss in Friday's game after giving up 2 runs in the top of the 10th.
Ball 2.
Big part in the losses to the White Sox.
3 balls, no strike.
He has just had a rough go of things. 3-0 now on Adam Hazley. Oberg having trouble with control. The walks have been killing him. As you see there, ball 4, 4 straight pitches to Hazley on the leadoff man's board here in the 9th. Oberg has just really been struggling. Number of Gene Segura, leadoff man, 1 for 4. Wade Davis warming up in the Rockies bullpen. He was in the closer's role for about a week or so, but really struggled since taking over. So Bud Black's taking him out. James Pazos currently in that role. They might do a save by committee. Wade Davis was in it. Took it over and then gave up a... He's always been giving up runs in the ninth, and so Bud Black's kind of put him in the setup role at the moment. His bounce foul. So pretty much they'll go by the save by committee, perhaps. Kind of move it around. See what you can figure out. Here's the 0-2 to Segura. Grounder to short. On to Owings. Back over to first. Double play. The old 6-4-3 double play. And there's 2 away here in the top of the ninth. Slow roller to Trevor Story at short. Makes quick work of it. Now we're up Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen had a decent game. 1 for 4 with an RBI double. Here's the first pitch to McCutchen, swinging to miss. 0-1 on the left fielder. Swing to miss through that fastball. It's 0-2. The count to McCutchen. Grounder to first. Murphy's got it. He'll take it to the bag. Now retire the side. The Rockies down to their final 3 outs. They're down by 5. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Rockies as we head to the bottom of the ninth. And they will face Victor Arano, making his 26th appearance. He's 1-3. 3.80 ERA. 24 strikeouts to 14 walks. Rockies got to him on Friday. First pitch to Diaz. Misses low, ball 1. Diaz with a couple of walks in this one. 1-0 to Diaz. Down the middle, strike 1. Well, folks, I think today was the day, this is kind of Bryce Harper dig, when he charged the mound after being hit by Hunter Strickland. And he had that weird throw where he went to throw the helmet, but then it just sort of flew out of his hand awkwardly. Here's the 2-1 to Diaz. Swing and a miss, gets a piece of that one, and it's 2-2. That was a funny moment. If you ever look up look up Hunter Strickland versus Bryce Harper. 2-2, misses low. Watch a big old brawl. Chris Owings waits on deck. Always a fun time. Here's the 3-2 to Diaz. Called, strike 3. Watch the slider all the way in, and there's one away here in the Rockies' ninth. Froze him on the slider. Thought it was outside. Probably wasn't what he's looking for, but I'll bring up Chris Owings.
Nope, that's inside.
This is ball 1. 1-0 the count now on Chris Owings. Came in part of the double switch last inning. Here's the 1-0 to Owings. Outside, 2-0. The 2-0 to Owings. Catches the outside corner. 2-1. Well, this has been a hard series for the Rockies after Starting pitching's really struggled. Friday's game and then today's game. Bullpen has struggled. Chases that pitch 2-2. And the offense has been struggling today. After that amazing comeback on Friday, they just barely managed to take the leads in yesterday's game. This one will go foul. Keeps the count at 2-2. 2-2 to Owings. Fouls that one away. Two to Owings. Misses outside 3-2. Well, the Rockies open up a series here at home against the Dodgers. Coming into town for a 4-game set. Called strike 3 on Owings. Watches the fastball right down the middle. And they're down to their final out.
The left fielder, number 22, Sam Hilliard.
I'll bring up Sam Hilliard. Hilliard, who's won 4, double back in the 5th, and he's the Rockies' last hope now. Called strike there on the slider, and Arano's ahead 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Hilliard. Misses outside, 1-1. The 1-1 to Hilliard. Swing and bouncer to first. Hoskins has got it. He'll take it to the bag, and that's the ball game. Phillies win this one 9-4. Rockies lose the series 2-1. As the Phillies offense just runs all over the Rockies pitching staff. Arrieta goes 6 innings. Gives up 2 runs. And the Rockies just can't figure out a way to win. They dropped to 19-32. Arrieta gets the win, 3-4 now. Marquez drops to 3-5. Rockies lose this one 9-4. Phillies with 11 hits, Rockies with 10 hits. And obviously, player of the game, JT Realmuto went 4 for 4, 2 triples and 2 homers. Arrieta goes 6 innings, 2 runs on 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Marquez only goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 5 runs on 5 hits, walked 1 and struck out 1. Some of the notables for the Phillies: Realmuto, 2 homers. Jay Bruce, 1 for 4 with a homer. Rhys Hoskins, 1 for 3 with a homer. Didi Gregorius, 1 for 4 with a double and a couple RBIs. Notables for the Rockies: Charlie Blackmon with a 2-run homer. Ryan McMahon, 2 for 4 with a homer and an RBI. David Dahl with a home run. And Nolan Arenado goes 2 for 4. Well, that'll do it here for the Sideline crowd. Today, Rockies lose this one 9-4. Thank you so much for joining us. Remind you that this is Skylar Timmons, and we are not affiliated with Colorado Rockies minor league or Major League Baseball or MLB The Show 20. Just doing this on the Sideline crowd. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and our YouTube page. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your Memorial Day tomorrow, and remembering everybody, and stay safe out there. And we'll see you next time here on the Sideline Crowd.